Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back and happy new year, everyone. We are in 2025. I took the rest of the month off in December, to be honest. I was gonna try to push some content out, but I was really busy finishing my finals, school, work, and then just plain old holiday season. And you already know how busy that is. So I said, you know what? We're just gonna take a break, okay? And we're gonna come back fresh in the new year, rejuvenated, excited, and ready to pump the content out. So thank you guys for your patience. I hope you all had an amazing holiday season. I hope you enjoyed your Christmas. I hope you had an amazing New Year's. Everything that you celebrate, I really hope you guys enjoyed the last couple of weeks surrounded by friends, family, and love. As you guys can tell from the title of today's video, we are gonna be rounding up my best of 2024 perfumes. I made it very specific to only talk about fragrances that launched in 2024 because I have a lot of fragrances and I have a lot of fragrances that I love. So the fragrances that I'm going to be talking about in today's video are the fragrances that I personally feel topped the cake in last year out of all the fragrances that launched. Obviously, I haven't smelled every single thing that has launched, but these are definitely my favorites from last year. So if you're interested in seeing the top fragrances for 2024 that I picked out from my collection that I feel like just nailed it and just are absolutely amazing and divine and beautiful, and I feel like really stand out, then just go ahead and keep watching. Okay, I'm not gonna go in any particular order based on how they launched during the year. I'm just gonna grab and talk about them, and I'm gonna keep it pretty brief and pretty short because all of these fragrances I have mentioned multiple times in my channel, and I've also done single reviews on most of them, so I will make sure that I link those videos up above. I'll just give you my reason as to why I love them and why I feel like they were the best fragrances for me personally in 2024. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the only designer fragrance that I have. Is this the only designer? Yes, I think it's the only designer fragrance that I have that I feel like honestly I love. And yes, this was sent to me by the brand itself, but even if they didn't send to me, I would personally purchase this fragrance on my own because I just absolutely love how it smells. I am talking about Jimmy Choo I Want You Le Parfum. This fragrance is so beautiful. It does not have that designer DNA, and if you smelled the original I Want You perfume, it's very crowd pleasing, it's very pretty, it's very feminine, it's just easy. It's easy to like, it's easy to love, but it's the same. I feel like it's the same as what you smelled out there. It's the same to a lot of designer fragrances, especially with it being a more floral fragrance. So when I smelled this, I didn't know what to expect. I thought it would be the same fragrance, just more intense. No, not at all. This fragrance is absolutely stunning. So this fragrance is definitely a lot different from the original I Want You perfume. This still has that sweet fruity aspect to it, which I do love, but there is depth to this, and it's more woody, it's a little bit musky, there's a slight warm spiciness to it. I just love it because it takes that standard designer staple fragrance kind of vibe. It makes it a bit more unique, a little bit more niche. It still has that DNA, but it's definitely a lot better in my opinion, and it's more palatable to what I like in fragrances. So some of the notes that stand out to me in this fragrance are patchouli. You guys know I absolutely love patchouli. There's ambrette, there's praline, sandalwood. I love those notes. So it really takes this fragrance to a different direction compared to the original fragrance that's a bit more fruity, more floral, just more lighter, and I would say. So this is definitely an amazing designer fragrance. If you're looking for a fragrance that you are going to love that's a bit different than what you normally smell in the designer fragrance world, definitely check out I Want You Le Parfum because I'm absolutely obsessed. And thank you, Jimmy Choo, for sending it over. I love this. It's so good, and I feel like this is a perfect year-round scent for any occasion. You could wear it every day. You could dress it up, dress it down. You could do a lot with it, but this is definitely gorgeous. It's sexy. It's a little unique. It's different, and I love it, and I think a lot of you guys would like it too. So this is definitely a winner for me in 2024. The next fragrances that won me over in 2024 are two from the same fragrance house, and I will start with one. Forever Mood, You Remind Me. You guys, I did a whole dedicated review on all 4 fragrances. I will link it up above if you want my honest, in-depth review, more intense in regards to each single fragrance, how it smells, all the good things. I will link that up above. You Remind Me, first of all, can you guys see I am halfway through this bottle. I'm definitely gonna have to restock this spring and summer. I'll probably wait for the spring Sephora sale that they'll do and get it then. This, in my opinion, is the best your skin but better musky scent that I've ever smelled ever in my life. Like, she did this so well. And when I tell you, when I saw all 4 of them, I thought this would be the last one that I would probably like the most. Cause I'm like, I'm not normally a musky. That's one thing about me last year. I really leaned into musk. Like, I'm not normally a musky girl, but I've fallen in love with musk and perfumes, especially if they're done really well. And this one, I mean, chef's kiss. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's airy. It's still a little warm. It has that fresh, clean, like second skin smell, but it still has this like beautiful, like airy sexiness to it. Like, it's just stunning. You remind me is such a gorgeous, clean girl, easy everyday scent. This is perfect for hot weather. I loved this in the summer and spring, specifically summer. Like, I love scents like this in the summer. They're just so good. And she killed it, honestly, with all 4 fragrances. But this one and the next one I'm gonna talk about are honestly my top 2 favorites. So if you love a good musky, fresh, clean girl, everyday scent that you're going to just love, that's not gonna overpower, that's not gonna do too much, but you're still gonna feel really good, you're still gonna smell really nice, and it's just gonna be overall pleasing to most people, I would highly recommend You Remind Me My Forever Mood, because it's honestly checks off all of those boxes. The next fragrance from her brand that I absolutely loved, I mean, loved this scent, was I Am Her. As you can see, she's halfway done too. So clearly you could tell I love them. This is a year-round scent for me personally, but I loved this in the spring and summer. I don't know what it is. It's just so sexy, but it's really fruity. I think there's a couple notes. There's red velvet. I believe there's like patchouli in this, or there's oud, and there's some kind of raspberry note. It's just a gorgeous scent. If you love a good fruity, warm, slightly deep, sexy kind of fragrance, you're going to love I Am Her. She's definitely a statement, I would say, in my opinion. She's a bit stronger, she's more potent. I think you can wear this all year round. I feel like in order to like this fragrance, you have to love a fruitier profile. This is definitely a fruity fragrance, but it's not like juicy fruity. It's like deep fruity, if that makes sense. So it's still very sexy. It's still very warm. It's just a warm, fruity, deep scent. That's like how I would describe it. And I mean, love this scent. I love this scent. So I will be restocking both of these 2 probably in the spring Sephora sale, because by then these will most likely be done. So I will definitely need to get a second bottle of these. I still love the other 2. I don't wear them as much as I do these 2. So if you want to know my favorites from the full collection, I would say You Remind Me and I Am Her knocked it out the ballpark in my opinion. So these are amazing fragrances in my opinion that launched last year, and she honestly did a really good job with the entire fragrance launch, and I cannot wait to see of what more she continues to come out with in the future. Since we're on spring summer, we might as well just keep the ball rolling. Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar. Baby. Do you want summer in a bottle? This is it. It just transports me back. Like, I'm literally on an island with a pina colada, worry-free, minding my business, ocean is in front of me, I have a beautiful bathing suit on, I am oiled up, I am looking good, feeling good, life's good. Ellis Brooklyn freaking Miami Nectar. If you've ever been to Miami, you will understand why they named this Miami Nectar. This is Miami in a bottle. Like, I kid you not. I got it pretty much a little later into the summer, so that's why there's not like a really big dent, but there is a dent in it for the little time that I used it, because I stopped using it once it got into like fall months. But I love this. I cannot wait for the warmer weather to come back around, because this is going to be one of the first that's going to be pulled back out into rotation. Primary notes are, there's pineapple, there's coconut water, it has a muskiness to it, it's sweet, but it's not like super duper sweet. It's like a juicy, ripe sweet, which is amazing for spring and summer fragrances. That's why I love like the lychee note. Similar vibe. I loved this, and I will continue to love this. If you are looking for a beautiful spring summer scent, something that's more tropical, more fruity, more clean, a little musky, fresh-ish kind of vibe, you gotta try Miami Nectar. It was such a good fragrance launch for last year, and I'm obsessed with it, and I cannot wait to pick it back up this spring and summer. Next, I'm gonna talk about a fragrance that launched around the same time. I think this came out in May, and this one I was super duper excited for. I mean, when I saw the notes, I said, sign me up. I am talking about Kayali's Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar, and as you can tell, homegirl loved this fragrance. She is almost half, like, I would say maybe 30% done with this fragrance, 30, 40, 35-ish, okay? And I got the biggest bottle. I love this fragrance. It definitely was different than what I expected, but in the best way possible. The key notes in this are candied pear, sweet violet, bubblegum, white caramel, rock sugar, vanilla cream. It was marketed to be a really sweet candy scent, but in my opinion, you get that, but it's super sexy and super grown and super still sophisticated. Like, think sweet, but make it grown. Like, think Vanilla 28, but make it like, you know, a little bit flirty, a little bit fun, a little bit different. Like, I really, really love Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. It's such a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. It's not, in my opinion, some people felt like it was too sweet for them. I don't think this is super duper sweet. I think when you spray it at first, you get a lot of bubblegum. You get that like really candy-like vibe to the fragrance, and it does come off very kind of sweet. But I feel like, in my opinion, it dries down to a really sexy, deep scent that I would not expect from this kind of profile, if that makes sense. So they really, really did a great job with this launch. I love this. This is one of my favorite Kayali fragrances. I'm actually gonna be filming a roundup of my full Kayali collection because I think it's time. I have quite a lot of Kayali fragrances. I think I have the most fragrances from a fragrance house, and it's Kayali. So it's time to do a roundup video of my favorites, as well as like ranking which one is the best. So I'm gonna be filming that soon, so keep a lookout for that. But this is definitely up there on the list. It's such a gorgeous scent. If you love vanilla, if you love sweet scents, but you want some depth to it, you want it to still be sexy, you still want it to be grown, this is definitely the scent to check out. So I've been obsessed with this, clearly, as you can tell. I loved it. It's been used and abused, and I feel like this is also a really good year-round scent. I think it would work for any season, which is also another reason why I think it was an amazing launch for last year. Since we are on the topic of Kayali, I might as well talk about the next Kayali that I absolutely fell in love with. And you're probably gonna know exactly which one I'm talking about. It is their most recent launch. This is the Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow 81 perfume. Woo! Listen, if you love creamy, if you love strawberries, if you love lactonic, if you love marshmallow, this is going to be everything and then some, okay? I'm everything and then some. This is such a beautiful scent. Beautiful, 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 and the performance and the way it wears is absolutely gorgeous. This just makes you feel immediately super feminine, super girly, super warm, cozy, just like, like when you smell this, you're just like, oh, that smells so good. It's sweet, it's fluffy, it has that airiness to it, but it has an ambroxan note, so it definitely has a lot of depth with it. The way this dries down is so beautiful. Just like the Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar surprised me in how it smells after it dries down and how it wears, it's the same with this fragrance. You would think that this is gonna be super light, super airy, very like not noticeable. No, the complete opposite. This is such a gorgeous scent. It's definitely more on the lactonic creamy side, so you do have to be into more creamier, sweeter lactonic fragrances. If you love that profile, go ahead and add to cart. Just don't even think about it. If you're not into like super creamy, marshmallowy kind of scents, I would still say try it, sample it, because you would be surprised. If you love sweet, feminine fragrances that are a bit airy, a little kind of fresh, but still have this like really smooth creaminess to it, I would say give this a shot, because when I tell you, this is one of their best fragrances in their collection. I mean, just absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. I love, love, love this fragrance. As you can tell, I have the biggest bottle and I'm already here on it. And I have not had this for not even a month. So we'll see how long she lasts in my collection, but this was an amazing, amazing launch in 2024. And I really think that all of you guys should really get your nose on it. I think this is a crowd pleasing scent in my opinion, but if you love gourmands, if you love milky, lactonic, creamy, fluffy fragrances, this is a no-brainer. So I absolutely love this, fell in love with it, and it's gonna be a staple in my collection, and I'm just so happy that they came out with this because it's just absolutely stunning. And of course, you guys did not think I was gonna do this video without mentioning an Arabian fragrance. Listen, 2024 was the year of Lattafa, Swiss Arabian. Okay, they came out with some bangers. I don't know who's cooking in their kitchen, but y'all need to keep those chefs, keep those perfumers, keep those people paid, and keep them coming. Because they came out with some amazing fragrances last year. There were a lot, but I only have 3 personally that really knocked my socks off, that I felt like were absolutely, absolutely stunning, so worth it, and just different, as well as just gorgeous. So I'm gonna start off with one that we all have seen this before. Everybody and their mama has seen this fragrance, but I don't care. I'm going to mention it because it deserves to be mentioned. This is none other but Lattafa Eclair. First of all, I'm matching it. I didn't even plan that. This is obviously a dupe. It's a dupe for Bianco Latte. Like, let's just say that. It is what it is. It's a dupe for Bianco Latte, which I'm happy about, because not everyone wants to pay Bianco Latte money. It's $150 is not too expensive for a fragrance, especially a niche fragrance, but not everyone wants to still pay that. So the fact that people have an option to still get the same scent profile and experience for a cheaper price is amazing in my opinion. But this, if you love really sweet, caramelly, like slightly musky, very milky, sweet, I repeat sweet fragrances, this is going to be for you. This is so strong. If Bianco Latte is as strong as people say, I don't even want to know what that smells like, because this on its own is so strong, so projective, lasts forever. And people say that about Bianco Latte, and that it's even more potent and powerful than this. I think at some point I will own Bianco Latte. I'm not pressed to do it because I have this in my collection, but at some point I'll probably add it because I do really love this scent. But oh my God, this is doing exactly what it needs to do until that time comes. This is such a gorgeous gourmand fragrance. There's honey, there's musk, there's vanilla, there's caramel. It's just, it's such a beautiful enveloping scent. It leaves an intoxicating trail. This is just a showstopper, and it's perfect for the cool months. This would be a lot for the spring and summer, in my opinion. I wouldn't recommend to wear this in the heat because it's already a lot on its own. But in the cool weather, oh yeah, this is the girl to be pulling out currently in this time of year. She is amazing. If you've been looking for a dupe for Bianco Latte, you don't want to spend that money, but you want to get the same exact experience, how it smells, as well as close to how it wears, this is definitely the way you need to go. They absolutely killed it with this launch, and this is one that is gorgeous, 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 that I feel like a lot of gourmand lovers are obsessed with, and I think this was an amazing launch for them last year. And while we're on Lattafa, we're going to talk about one of their most recent launches that actually is one of the newer ones to my collection, and I already have it in this list because it deserves to be in this list. This is Lattafa's Teriyaki Intense. Y'all, I got influenced. Okay, I got influenced specifically by Sharita as well as a couple other influencers. But I saw Sharita talk about it first in my timeline, and I was like, I need to add this to my collection. So Sharita, thanks. This is such a gorgeous scent. If you love Kamra and Kamra Kawa, you love that no profile, you love that family, you are going to be obsessed with Teriyaki Intense. This is giving that, but even sexier, okay? This plum note, there's plum, there's praline, there's tonka in this. There's a lot of notes in this. It's just a gorgeous scent. This is a powerhouse. A little goes a long way. I would say this is only a winter scent. Well, you can wear whatever you want to wear whenever you want to wear it. But this is so strong that I feel like it's only going to do what it needs to do in the cooler months. Like, you're really gonna get what you need to get out of it in the winter months. I wore this a couple times, and I wore it with one coat that I have not yet washed. Every time I open the door to go in my coat closet, this is all I smell. And I have a lot of coats in that coat closet. So this is definitely a stronger fragrance. You have to enjoy a good, strong, potent, projective fragrance. But if you love that sweet, sexy profile that has like a warm, spicy note, it's very spicy, but it's still warm. It's creamy. That plum adds a little fruitiness to it. There's vanilla in this. I mean, it is just so sexy, so beautiful. So definitely check this out. This was an amazing launch for Lattafa. Closer to the end of the year, perfect timing, because I feel like this is going to be a staple. It is already a staple for me right now because it is getting super duper cold here. It's officially winter. I will be getting a winter perfumes video out for you guys pretty soon. It's definitely this month, so keep a lookout for that. But this is definitely going to be in it because it is just a showstopper. And I think if you love a good, warm, spicy, sweet, addictive, very intoxicating profile, you're going to absolutely love this fragrance. Last Middle Eastern fragrance I'm going to talk about is one by Swiss Arabian, and this one is, oh my god. When I smelled this, I said, they did it. I think they created my favorite fragrance from this fragrance house. This is Shagaf Vanilla Toffee. If you are a gourmand lover, I repeat, if you are a gourmand lover and you love a good sweet, resinous, slightly aromatic, sexy scent, this is for you. This is such a gorgeous fragrance. It's sweet, it's warm, spicy, it's vanilla, it's nutty. Like, it is so good. The notes in here, you guys, like, you have toffee, you have coffee, you have dates, walnuts, cardamom, milk, brown sugar, woody notes, tonka bean, vanilla caviar, benzoin. I mean, it is just gourmand after gourmand after gourmand after gourmand. You think it would be really, really, really sweet. It's not. It's sweet, but it's deep. It's sexy sweet. It's intoxicating sweet. Like, it's different than what you think it's going to be. Like, by the name, you're thinking this is going to be just a really warm vanilla sweet scent. No, you get so much depth and complexity from this fragrance. That is why I love it so much, because it's going to surprise you. That's what it did for me. I didn't know what I was going to get out of it. I just knew it was going to be a gourmand, but I've never smelled anything like this before, nor do I have anything like this in my collection. And I just love that even more. This was such an amazing launch. They did launch this towards the end of the year. So it is one of the newer fragrances in my collection, but it has been getting used and abused. Trust and believe. If you love gourmands, if you love vanillas, if you love deep scents, if you love really warm, spicy, nutty, ambery kind of scents, this is definitely one to check out and add to your collection. It was an amazing, amazing launch for last year, and I think it deserves a lot of praise. All right, next we're going to talk about a fragrance that I did a whole dedicated review on. I will link it up above. This fragrance really, really, really wowed me and really surprised me how much I actually ended up loving it. I knew I would like it, but I love this. This is Letta's 20 Bourbon Brulee. I've only had this for 2 months, and she's been denting, okay? Like, we're gonna get through this. This is definitely gonna get at least halfway by the end of winter. I love this. If you love a boozy, woody, spicy, warm scent, this is for you. Specifically those words: spicy, warm, woody, boozy. That is it. That's what you get with Bourbon Brulee. It is not as gourmand as you think, and it's not as sweet as you think it's gonna be. It's balanced very, very well. I think this is a gorgeous scent. I think it's super sexy. I think it's comforting. I think it's versatile. You can dress this up. You can dress it down. You can do a lot with it. This is my favorite fragrance from the Letta house thus far, of course, because, I mean, from the notes, it's gonna be my favorite. These are the kind of fragrances that I absolutely love and that I just tend to drift to naturally. So I knew I was gonna like it a lot, but I love this. This is such an amazing launch, and I think if you have not gotten your nose on it yet, definitely give this a try. She's been doing a lot of sales lately, so keep a lookout on her website. She does a lot of sales, at least 20% off. So you can definitely snag this up on a deal pretty soon if you want to. Just keep an eye on her website. I will link it down below for you guys. But if you love a good woody, spicy, warm, slightly sweet, kind of boozy scent, this is definitely one to add to your collection. I feel like this is just what their house was missing. I feel like they've been covering a lot of different aspects, but they finally added a more gourmand, boozy scent, and I think this is just amazing. I have been so in love. We have 4 last fragrances left. Last year was a good year for fragrances in my opinion. We had a lot of great launches. Last 4 fragrances are gonna be from the same fragrance house, and one of them is a sister fragrance house. I will first start off with one that actually came out earlier in the year. This is definitely really girly. This is feminine, it's sexy, it's unique, it's just gorgeous. I love this, and I was very surprised because it is a rose fragrance, which if you know me and you've been following me for a while, I don't like rose perfumes. They don't do it for me. I don't like the rose note. It just doesn't work with me. So I was kind of hesitant in trying this, but I still decided to buy it and support. And when I tell you I was blown away how much I love this, I love this scent so much. I am talking about Navitus Parfums Amour Infinite. This is the most recent collaboration with AI the Great, her last fragrance, her 3rd fragrance. This is so gorgeous. If you want a really beautiful, elegant, creamy, slightly gourmand chocolatey with a little hint of rose and a little hint of fruit, like this is such a layered scent. It's so complex, so deep, but also really, like, I don't know, like this is hard to explain, but the best way I can explain this scent is if you love feminine fragrances and you want something that's different, something that's gonna add character, something that's gonna add flavor, something that's gonna be sexy, Amour Infinite is the one to add to your collection. This I pull out. This is a perfect scent for upcoming Valentine's Day. Oh my God. This would be such a good Valentine's Day scent, or just like a date night. It's just so intoxicating. I absolutely love it. There's different notes in there. There's rose, there's fruits, there's white chocolate. You really smell that white chocolate. It adds like this really rich base that's really creamy, that's really smooth. I absolutely am obsessed with this, and I loved it. I was so surprised by how I loved it. So this was definitely one that blew me away last year, and one of my favorite launches that really surprised me, honestly. And I am so happy for Aisha. I hope she's continuing to come up with more fragrances, because she has not yet disappointed me. So super duper in love with this, and I think a lot of you guys would love it. So if you're a fan, if you like fragrances like me and you were kind of hesitant in trying this because you saw that it was, you know, a more rosy fragrance or marketed to be heavy on the rose, I want you to understand that you can still love this. Like, I repeat, I hate rose. I don't like rose predominant perfumes. They just lean too grandma, there's just something that makes me just like, ugh, like I just don't like them. But this is, oh my God, so good. So I absolutely love this, and I think you guys should definitely check it out because it's so good. The next fragrance that I'm gonna talk about is one that I actually have not talked about on this channel yet, because it's one of the newer ones in my collection, and it recently came out last month. She is a new baby, and she is in this video. I am talking about Navitus Perfumes Tempt Me Not. This is the perfume that they collabed with Noelle here on YouTube. Listen, this is her first collaboration with Navitus Perfumes, and this is such a good one. This is an amazing sweet vanilla gourmand. If you love Escapade Gourmand, if you love that Bianco Latte profile, if you just love those kind of fragrances, that really warm, cozy, sweet, really like gooey, very gourmand kind of scent, you're gonna love this. But this is also different. I feel like there's a twist. I think it's in the dry down. It's very heavy on brown sugar. You get caramel, you get toffee. This is a sweeter fragrance, okay? You definitely have to enjoy sweet fragrances, but it's really deep and it's really sexy. I have been obsessed with this. This is a gorgeous scent for this time of year, with it being cold. This is definitely one that I would definitely recommend for you guys to grab if you love sweeter gourmand vanilla fragrances but you want it to still have like a depth to it, sexiness to it, intoxicating vibe to it, definitely get Tempt Me Not. I think Tempt Me Not is a perfect name for this. It's definitely feminine, but it's super intoxicating and it's super sexy. So if you love those kind of scents, this is gonna be one for you. And I think this was an amazing launch. And I think something that Navitus needed in their roundup. They don't have anything that smells like this, and I'm glad that they do. I feel like out of all their fragrances, this is probably one of the more crowd-pleasing one, because it's very on brand. It's very on trend with the kind of scents that we're getting a lot right now, especially in the vanilla gourmand area. So definitely check this out. I think a lot of you guys would absolutely love it. Alrighty guys, 2 fragrances and then we are done. The next Navitus fragrance I've been obsessed with. I did a whole dedicated review to it. I will link it up above. This is Navitus Parfums Peach Arum. I love this. This is so good. So good. It really surprised me, just like Amour Infinite surprised me. I'm not a fan of peach in my fragrances. I don't really have a lot of fragrances that have peach in it, so I didn't know what to expect out of this. But man, oh man, Sharita, you really did your thing with this one. I love Monty Casanat, and it would be in this video, but it came out in 2023, so I did not include it, but I still love her down. This one though, she just brings a different vibe. Like, it's gourmand. It's like really warm. It's still sexy. There's like this smoky kind of like boozy vibe to it. Like it has its like puff pastry, like crusty, doughy kind of vibe to it. It's just very unique. And if you love a good gourmand scent, if you love a peach scent, but not like a juicy peach, something that's a bit more boozy, a bit more warm, this is gonna be one for you. And if you just love and appreciate niche scents and you like gourmands, if you like a niche scent and you like gourmands, add Peach Arum to your collection, because it's gonna give you best of both worlds. I don't have anything like this. I've never smelt anything like this, so it definitely adds to my collection, which I love. I have a huge collection, so like I'm not adding fragrances that I've smelt before. I'm at the space where I want to smell something different, okay? And this is different in the best way possible. So if you are if you're kind of scared of peach in your fragrances, or if you're not a fan of peach, I would still tell you to try this out, because I feel like a lot of people ended up really liking it that don't like peach, and I'm one of them. So give it a shot, give it a chance. You'll be surprised. If you love a good gourmand boozy profile, you're gonna appreciate this, and it's definitely gonna get some wear. So this was an amazing launch, especially for the fall and winter months. I think this is so comforting. I think it's sexy. I think it's beautiful. It's warm. I could just go on and on about it. So congratulations to Rita. She really did a great one on this, and I think it's one that you guys should definitely get your nose on, and one of the best perfumes of 2024. All right, last but not least, we have a fragrance by Vivamore Parfums, which is a sister brand to Navitus. They create some amazing fragrances, and they're a lot more affordable than Navitus if you want a cheaper option. But last year they came out with a lot of fragrances. There's only one that I feel like really did it for me, and this is Tago Mago. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. I'm pretty sure you had, especially if you're into fragrances. I'm sure you've heard of Tago Mago. This I recently added a couple weeks ago because they finally had it back in stock, because it was out of stock for the longest. So I haven't really had a dent in it, but also it's strong. The times that I've worn it, I need like only 3 sprays. I cannot go over 2 to 3 sprays, because this is a beast, okay? This is such a gorgeous scent. It is fruity. There's passion fruit. There's mango, but there's a little rose in it. It's sexy. Like, this is a powerhouse. This is a powerhouse scent. If you love fruity fragrances, but you want it to be grown, you want it to be sexy, you want it to have character, this is one to check out. I feel like this is a great scent for the cooler months. I could see this working in the spring and summer, but more so in the evening. This is giving me like evening, date night, summer vibes, not daytime. This is just too much for the day. I'll be quite honest with you. This is pretty strong, so I would tread lightly with wearing this in hot weather, but the profile is perfect for spring and summer. It's perfect for year round, to be honest with you. there's a bit of everything in this scent, and I think it's just unique. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's beautiful, and it's just everything. Like, if you love a good gourmand fruity scent that has depth, that is sexy, that is very intoxicating, that is strong as hell, go ahead and get your nose on Tagomago, because it's everything. It checks all those boxes and then some. So this is definitely one that I feel like was an amazing launch for 2024 if you are into those kinds of scents. So definitely check them out, and they're more on the affordable version compared to Navitus. So that's another amazing thing as well. Alrighty guys, that is it. That is my roundup of the best perfumes from the year of 2024. I made sure to only talk about perfumes and fragrances that launched only last year, because if I did not, I would be sitting here for forever, and you guys would have clicked off the video a long time ago if you haven't already. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my roundup. I really enjoyed all of these fragrances. They are just amazing. They're beautiful. They're ones that I will definitely keep in my collection, as well as repurchase when I do finish them. I will also make sure that I link all of these fragrances in the description box down below so you guys can check them out. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys know I love fragrances, and I do make a lot of fragrance content. I wouldn't consider myself only a fragrance content creator. I like it all. I like beauty, I like skincare, I like fragrance, I like a lot of things. So I just create content of what I love, and fragrance is a huge part of my loves. So you definitely will see a lot of fragrance content this year. So make sure you give me a thumbs up if you love my fragrance videos. If you want more fragrance videos for me this year, leave a comment down below. Give me some suggestions. Like I said, I will be filming a winter fragrance video, so keep a lookout for that, as well as a Kayali roundup video. So keep a lookout for those two videos, because they will be coming out pretty soon for you guys. So thank you guys once again. I really hope you enjoyed my roundup of best of 2024 perfumes. Comment down below and let me know what you guys were loving last year, what you are taking into the year 2025, so that we can chit chat down below in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Mwah. Bye.